All this week on Dateline Schools, taking a look at a very important time of the school year. We're at the end of the first marking period, and that means it's parent-teacher conference time. And this year, they're taking on even greater importance. And to tell us more, my special guest is the Director of Student Services for Port Huron Schools, Tracie Eschenburg. And Tracie, I know in past years, especially at the secondary level, you just kind of showed up on conference day and you stood in line and waited your turn, and then you met with your child's teachers. But now we really need to have specific schedules, don't we, this year? And if so, how are you expecting parents to schedule these conferences?
Yes, and because we are having both face-to-face and virtual options for families, the scheduling becomes even more important. And so families will get information from their principal via email and Skyward, those various forms that we use to send out information about how to use our Skyward system to schedule their conferences. That letter from the principal will also explain which times are designated for face-to-face conferences and which times are designated for virtual conferences through Zoom. So we will definitely be sending out a lot of information to families. We will be scheduling all conferences through Skyward. And if a family is struggling with the use of that tool, they can always call the school and we can schedule by hand for those families as well.
Now, I know elementary conferences will be after your secondary ones coming up later this fall. Will those parents have to schedule the same way? I mean, of course, you only have one teacher basically you're dealing with, and she only has 30 kids, or he only has 30 kids, which makes it a little easier.
You know, we really haven't decided on whether we'll need to use that Skyward system to do the scheduling at the elementary level. Like you said, it's a little bit different when a group of teachers can get together and say, okay, you know, here are these siblings and we can schedule them at these various times. So I don't know that we'll be using Skyward for elementary scheduling, but whatever we're doing for scheduling, we will definitely get it out early and often to our families so that we can make sure that we don't miss anyone in scheduling our conferences.
And the bottom line for the secondary parents, as soon as you get that email, better get online and schedule, right?
Exactly. If you want your greatest chance at picking the times that work for you, get on early and get those times scheduled. Of course, we know that there's always times that don't work for families, and we want to be flexible on that. So if the times don't work, reach out to the teachers, email, call, and they will schedule another time that works for our families.
We'll be back with more tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry.